Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. And in today's video, we are featuring Chalap 420, and he is playing Leopard 1 today. And I can confidently say, this is not one of the best, but this is the best game of 2024 that I have seen so far. So definitely game of the year, and pretty difficult to beat this game as the game has everything, and he plays this tank flawlessly. I don't think there's any mistakes we would see in the gameplay, and utilizes its tank to maximum effectiveness. So he's in Fisherman's Bay. You go to the J6 position, decent position to start with, as you can pen some shots when these guys peek in the middle, and that's what he has done. Now he has playing Leopard 1, and the tank has been buffed recently, and it is the best gun in the game, period. The best sniper as well, better handling than Grill, no bloom at all, 420 alpha, premium APCR for your premium shell, and great DPM, wonderful gun handling. There is no drawback of this tank. Of course, it doesn't have armor, but it has mobility. So for me, one of the best tanks, actually probably my best medium for World War II. And after the buff, you can also see that this tank has started making appearances in comp, especially when some of the other more regular tanks are more restricted. So in pubs, absolutely wonderful tank. So it's been about 2 minutes. He's at 800 damage, and we'll see what he does. So now he's moving to the close to the town position to utilize his second bush. Again, very, very solid position. You can even play a heavy here. You won't get spotted if you're someone in your team is spotting the front position like his team is. And he's double bush, so one bush right in front of him, and then another bush between him and the tank, and hence he's not getting spotted. That's why I prefer this side, because the bushes are way more powerful, but you need someone in your team to spot the opponent and kind of bait them so they expose themselves, and that's what's happening here. He's not spotted, 2400 damage, just keep pumping out damage, utilizing his pure DPM. And since he's not spotted, the enemy isn't trying to get in cover from him. They're trying to get in cover from the tanks that are spotted, and hence exposing him themselves to Chalap. He is carrying premium APCR shells only, and why not, since it is just better shell velocity as well, and 4 AT shells. It comes in handy for artillery or waffle if you can name. Actually, not waffle, but grill or baby waffle or FV 4005. His setup is listed in description, but one thing I do notice is he's not running camo. He's going with loader, vents, and optics. But when I play this tank, I 100% recommend camo, as you don't get spotted as easily. It's mandatory to run camo, but again, he made it work with this. Maybe you want to try with this setup, but for myself, I just run loader, optics, and camo. For his skills, he's also using similar skills that I use, but he's, instead of snapshot and armor angling, he's using green thumb and run and gun. So similar, not much difference in the skills, but the key difference is not running camonet but running vents. Full list of setup is listed in description, so make sure to check that out in case you're interested. So the team is losing 9 to 12. He's still full health. Now he's rotating back to provide cover to the mid light tank or whatever light tank spots, because usually when a team is winning, they start peeking more aggressively towards the mid. But his team, he realized that they're losing 8-9 and decided to go back and then cut towards the middle to provide some support before he can retreat, because Leopard does have the speed, as I mentioned. And what a beautiful tank this is. Also, this kind of brings back memories of my first 11k I had, also in Leopard 1, pre 6.0 of course, and also in Fisherman's Bay. Link in the end screen as well as in the cards if you haven't seen that video. But one of the memorable games that I had, and this one's actually way better than that one, because my game I was in Platoon. So he spotted Conqueror, who's one shot, decided to take him out of the game, bounce unfortunately. Despite me praising the gun handling, there's also T30 also down to one shot. If he can take out these two tanks, then the score could be even. Because what happens is when it's endgame, even if some tanks are alive at one shot, it becomes annoying because they start holding angles and you can't really rotate much. Yak Tiger rushing into town and start punishing him as he's crossing the open ground. Scores 5 versus 10. They have lost the town and they have lost the 1-2 line as well. Light tank is alive, barely though. There are 3 mediums jumping onto him. Club's going back to his initial position that is at a decent amount of trees, and you can watch both sides if they come to the mid, if they come through the JK line, as well as they're pushing the 8-9 line. And also he's close to his other remaining teammates, so that when they do get spotted, the damage received is split. Waffle fired obviously got spotted, not in a good position though. The Waffle kind of made a mistake. Insta get punished and will take more punishment though. Baby Waffle do take out E50M. Actually it was Baby Waffle, not Waffle. So my bad on that. For some reason I thought it's the tier 10 Waffle, but Baby Waffle can't play those risky spots. Score 5-9. They've managed to took one tank out. Still not an easy battle, as it's okay as long as they have a light tank, but their light tank isn't very healthy. Now he's going for blind shots again, very crucial. If you don't have shots on anyone else and you have decent DPM, it's always good to hit the position you think where the enemy could be, or wherever they're shooting from. You can see the tracers. Another enemy tank goes down. 5v8, only 3 tanks deficit. They have multiple tanks at one shot though, so there's still hope. If they can get rid of those tanks quickly, it would be helpful. Another tank goes down. Tusk take out D30. But as I said, the longer this stays alive, difficult it's going to be. Yak Tiger pushes TL7. Take TL7 out of the game, and Chalap takes look at the opportunity to jump the Yak, as he is fixed turreted, and with Leopard speed he was able to get around. And if he can do that now while the team is still occupied with either the light tank or other artillery and the tank destroyer, he can get away from murder for free, and that's what happened. Took out the Yak Tiger, almost full health. He did pen shot on the Yak earlier. At 6600 damage, 3 versus 6. Artillery goes down, and they have Mr. Waffle or tier 10 Waffle. Patton at 1200. He put a shot into Patton, bringing him down to 800 damage. However, Waffle is pushing Baby Waffle and will take him out of the game surely, and that's what happened. 1v6 scenario. Slap full health. He did what he could so far. 7000 damage again. For tier 10, it's already a very good damage, especially how your team played. Uses 7000 damage. He realizes Waffle is reloading. I think that's why he's peeking more aggressively. So, but decided to take out Patton first as his 2-shot. Put a shot into Patton. His 1-shot. Waffle coming in. Waffle still reloading. He put a shot into Waffle. Takes a shot from M48. The Waffle is reloaded at this point. He puts a shot into M48. Waffle reloaded. Put a shot in Leopard. Another one. Slav is rotating around. Waffle for some reason a little bit slower turret rotation here, allowing Leopard to put a shot into him, and Waffle missed. That could have been the end of this battle. And Conqueror missed on the backside as well. Well, that was a 50-50 shot, but Waffle was fully loaded, but he only managed to pen 2-shot and then was not able to take Salap out of the game. I guess he was pretty confident, maybe a little RBRT there. But Chalap, he didn't make any mistake. He was aggressive, as he sensed that someone must be coming behind from the backside, so he didn't wait at that position to slowly farm them. He pushed the Patton, put pressure on the enemy team, and that's what happened, that Waffle ended up missing shots. And then as soon as he finished the Waffle, Conqueror started peeking. He was 1-shot hit, so he took him out of the game as well. 3 tanks remaining, 2 artillery, 9000 damage, and 1v6 is now winnable, as it's 1v3 and 2 of them are artillery. He can easily outspot artillery, but the remaining TD is Baby Waffle, who was around 450 to 500 HP the last time we saw him. He wants to be very careful because there is a 10k potential and a chance to Kolobanovs. He knows that since he's the last remaining tank, enemy team would be more aggressive as they feel more confident. However, it can go either way because they just saw 3 of their tanks jump Leopard and fail. And artillery can only be that aggressive, but he should be able to outspot artilleries. However, Baby Waffle is still a concern, as he is 1-shot for Baby Waffle. Baby Waffle again has an absolute god view range, like 410 base, max for any tank destroyer in World War II, as well as Waffle also has very decent camo and monster gun. He spots 261. 261 seems to be a little bit more confident. Put a shot into him. He has switched to HE. Put another shot into 261. Both HE shots penned. And now the artillery is one shot for him. See, if he hadn't penned with HE, then the artillery would have been 4 shots. I don't think it would have mattered because artillery was kind of in the open. But it's always nice, you know, sometimes if you can take out a tank in 3 shots as opposed to 4, then that's 7 or 8 more less seconds that you have to expose yourself, as it allows the remaining tanks to kind of get in position or find an angle for you. So we managed to take out the artillery, 5 kills so far, and did cross the 5-digit magic number of 10,000 damage, 10.5. 4 minutes remaining. He has to be very, very careful just because of the waffle. But the game can go either way. There's not much time remaining. Actually, 4 minutes is kind of okay because he has speed, but if we were slower tank in a small map, or sorry, slower tank in a big map, there wouldn't have been much time. But because I would say it's an okay amount of time, but if the enemy team doesn't peek, then it could be a little bit hard for him to kind of find an angle to spot them and punish them without getting spotted. But when you're in these kind of situations, the time does fly. But if I was in his position, I'm like, okay, I crossed 10k. All I want is maybe an 11k game, and I hope for Kolobanov maybe, because you kind of regret it if you miss that opportunity when you do the hard part, and now it's the easy part to kind of take out the artillery and maybe get lucky with the waffle. As that's what I'm worried about. I don't think the artillery, since how he's playing, I don't think artillery is much of an issue. But the problem is he doesn't know where the artillery is. One artillery was pushing 261, so maybe the other artillery is pushing with him. But at the same time, he could just be at their spawn. He could be at A2. And so you don't know. To be sure, he has to check every corner. He has to check A2. He has to check A7, A8, and then obviously he has to go back to the city. And city is where it's not the favorable area for Leopard, especially as he doesn't even have the HP, and you peek around a corner, both tanks are looking at you, bang, that's it. So he's trying to spot an artillery or clearing on this left side. Since he's not getting spotted, he's feeling confident that they're not on the left side and hoping maybe artillery fired at him earlier, so he kind of had an idea that he's not at A2. But he wanted to make sure if he's at A7 or A8. But at this time, 2 minutes remaining, the map is big. Yeah, okay, but now the time is running out. Now he wanted to be careful, but because the enemy team's not peeking either, there's nothing he can do. He doesn't have the HP. They don't have the numbers. All he has is the opportunity for Kolobanov that he might miss out on it. Less than 2 minutes remaining, and now he has to rush in. He has checked this side, but he probably have to go back to the area where he finished the other artillery to check if they are there. Maybe they're crossing the JK line, he can pen them, but he can see that opportunity to miss out. Initially 4 minutes seemed like a decent amount of time, but as I said, when you're the last one remaining, the time just runs out because you are the only tank that has to check every corner. Going back in the middle to maybe spot the artillery, but as I said, if they're just hiding inside the town, you won't be able to spot him. However, he does end up spotting M50, no, that's FE308, the tier 9, I think, British artillery. Put a shot into him as well, and now that artillery is behind cover, 10.9 or 10,985 damage, 15 damage away from 11,000. Will that artillery get back in cover? Baby Waffle gets spotted as well. He's trying to get a shot into Baby Waffle, misses. He is 410, so the Baby Waffle is 1 shot for him. Artillery is 2 shots for him. And there is less than 1 minute remaining. Both are hiding behind the house. Can he get both those tanks out of the game? Or will he die? The pressure is on him. 45 seconds remaining. If he wins, it would be a beautiful game, but dreams doesn't always come true, especially in WoT when there is artillery involved. 35 seconds remaining. He's trying to find an angle so he doesn't get spotted. But in WoT, if you're not at least double bush right when you fire, you do get spotted on WoT console at least. Trying to find an angle. He has to expose himself even more. Artillery gets spotted. He's backing up, put a shot, gets spotted by artillery. Baby Waffles has a line of sight as well. But Baby Waffle's not paying it. He's looking this way. He's looking the other side. He puts a shot into Baby Waffle. 11,800 damage. 11 seconds remaining. 2 seconds of reload. He blind fire and misses. There's no time left. 3 seconds of reload and 4 seconds left. Last opportunity. And that's last second as well. The clock hit 0 and he fired the shot afterwards. You know, now we have like 0.5 seconds of extra time. And that's what happened. There is no game that has been more close than this one. And that's why this is the game of the year. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.